CWRL's Rumble at the Rock, and we just had traffic jam qualifying completed, and we got our pairings determined for the first round of the main event tournament. We have Boogity Boogity Racing taking on the Legion of Supermen. We have the Candymen going up against the Smokehouse. We have the Intimidators facing the Bushwhackers. And last but not least, we have the King's Court going one-on-one with the Silver Foxes. The Silver Foxes have finally made a CWRL main event, so congratulations to them on finally breaking that glass ceiling. As it were, we are now all set to get this first match underway, where the points leaders, Boogity Boogity Racing, will be taking on the Legion of Supermen. We have 10 minutes on the clock for this first heat race. All heat races in round 1 have 10 minutes for their time limit. Round 2, the time limit is 15 minutes. And then the final round, the teams have 20 minutes to score as many points as possible against the other team in hopes of winning the event. That being said, let us rumble. So we'll get our randomized super fast
drivers to your cars.
And you can see that the checker cars for the Legion of Supermen and Boogity Boogity Racing are in interesting positions, with the wrecker car from Boogity Boogity Racing starting on the pole and their checker car starting third, but it being the opposite for the Legion of Supermen, with their checker car on the front row and the wrecker car right behind him. So with that all set, we can get this first heat underway.
Driver.
The pace car is coming off, and they're coming to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. We are underway, and the first round of the Rumble at the Rock has officially begun. You can see here that the wrecker car is facing a challenge from the checker car on Boogity Boogity Racing, hoping to get that first position. But he fends them off, as you can see them coming out of turns 3 and 4 up to the start-finishing line. Boogity Boogity Racing holding the point with the Legion of Supermen in 3rd and 4th. You can see that the checkers car for the Legion of Supermen is in 4th place as we speak, with Boogity Boogity Racing in the 1-2 spots right now. Nobody's scoring points thus far, as the wrecker car is holding the lead and holding the advantage. But you can see that checker's car on his back bumper, looking to take that lead, looking to start scoring points for his team. The points leaders did not have a good showing last night during fight nights at the Freedom Factory, so hoping to have a little bit of redemption here this evening. That the traffic cameras here have fallen back a little bit, not being able to keep pace with the leaders. We are down to 8:38 on the clock. As you can see that the top 4 are keeping very close formation with each other, as the checkers car for Boogity Boogity Racing makes his move to the inside. And is this going to be a freight train like we saw during traffic jam qualifying, where once one car passes you on the inside, all of the other cars do? and it's looking to be that case as the checkers car for Boogity Boogity Racing strikes blood first and leads the first time in this event, scoring points. You can see here that the checkers car for the Legion of Supermen is now working on the second place position car here, the wrecker car for the Legion of Supermen, trying to catch up to that leader and potentially score points of his own. Meanwhile, you can see here that the wrecker car for Boogity Boogity Racing has fallen back just a little bit, has a bit of a gap here between him and the pack of 3. So we come out of turn 4 here, and Boogity Boogity Racing takes another point for their total. You can see that the traffic jammers here have quite a bit of distance between them and the leaders, as the leaders come into turns 3 and 4 already. We're going to take a look here and show you just the difference between the leaders and the traffic jammers right now. You see the leaders coming out of turn 2 here on the backstretch. Boogity Boogity Racing still holding the point with the wrecker car in second position. And then you can see here about a straightaway behind with ease are the traffic jammers as we work down to 6.5 minutes remaining in this first heat. Traffic jammers are making some good time, but just nothing close to what the leaders are. They are at least a second off the pace here. You can see Boogity Boogity Racing still holding the point here and scoring points with their checker car out front, as a move for second spot is now underway, as you can see that checkers car still trying to work his way onto the inside of his partner there, trying to get that second position and maybe make a challenge for the lead. But the wreckers car still looks pretty solidly secure in that second position, even with the checkers car of his teammate right on his back bumper, looking on the inside consistently. Coming up almost on halfway here, as we are 5:15 remaining, and you can see Boogity Boogity Racing still leading the way as we are working lap 14. The Rumble at the Rock is the largest speedway that CWRL will visit during the season, so it is interesting to see how things turn out for the first time, as the checkers and wreckers cars are putting solid distance between themselves and the rest of the pack. Here it looks like the leaders are coming onto the backstretch and are actually not too far behind. They're going into turn 1, and the leaders are coming off of turn 4. So we have just a little over 4 minutes remaining here in this first heat race. Boogity Boogity Racing scoring points by leading laps, preventing the Legion of Supermen from making anything of this event. Any team that goes home in round 1 will receive an additional 10 points onto their total to be doubled at the conclusion of the event, as this is one of our larger events. All point counts that each team accumulates is doubled towards their championship standings. So it's almost like Boogity Boogity Racing gets 2 points for leading every lap that they have right now. And you can see the Legion of Supermen, that checker car, still trying to get that second spot, but not getting what he needs to do to get it done. You can see the leaders are chasing down this pack of traffic jammers who have just gone into turn 1, and you can see the leaders have crossed the start-finish line. That gap gets closer and closer with each passing lap, but will the leaders be able to catch up to these cars and pass them in time? And will these cars play a factor in the running order? Those will be the interesting questions that we're going to have answered here as we get down to 2.5 minutes remaining in this first heat. The Legion of Supermen still trying to switch the orders here of their checker and wrecker car. That's just not happening right now, with Boogity Boogity Racing just tacking on points with each additional lap they lead, as we are about to come up pretty soon on lap traffic, and we can see that the traffic jammers have just come out of turn 1 and 2, and now they're working on turn 3 and 4, and the leaders are about maybe 3 seconds behind in pace right now, as we are working under 2 minutes on the clock in this first heat race. Boogity Boogity Racing, the only team to have scored points so far, and no team has scored points from lapping traffic jammers, as they are about to come up on these traffic jammers for the first time here with 1.5 minutes remaining. You can see traffic jammers have just come into view to the leaders as they are running them down. The interesting thing will be, can both of the checkers cars pass these cars and score points for their team? Can the Legion of Supermen take advantage of some kind of mishap, take the lead, and maybe score those 25 victory points that would help them advance on to the next round potentially? And these will be the first points scored by both teams, as they are working their way past these traffic jammers with great finesse. And we are now under 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Very likely it will be 2 to go at the line here. As you can see, Boogity Boogity Racing is still holding the lead, with the Legion of Supermen now having taken that second spot. That was 2 to go at the line, as time will expire. Boogity Racing doing what they need to do to put all of these traffic jammers a lap down. The Legion of Supermen still holding close behind, but it's not going to be enough, as it looks like Boogity Boogity Racing will secure maximum potential points from lapping traffic jammers. You can see that the wrecker's car here is back in the 3rd spot. That is it, everybody. That is the conclusion of the first heat race here of round 1, as it looks like Boogity Boogity Racing will be moving on into round 2 and sending the Legion of Supermen home, unfortunately. Let's take a look and see where the final cars were lined up here. So the Legion of Supermen were able to lap all of Boogity Boogity Racing's lap traffic. So they will leave here today with 19 points. No, wait, no, excuse me. Not 19 points. 18 points. What was I thinking? and that point total will be doubled. Meanwhile, Boogity Boogity Racing did lead laps, and we're going to take a look at how many laps they led. So they completed 28 laps in this heat race. So all but 4 laps of the 28. So it's 24 points, 25 points, that's 49 points, plus 9 points there, that's 58 points as they move on into the next round. Coming up next, folks, we will have the second matchup of round 1, which will feature the Candymen taking on the Smokehouse. Should be an interesting matchup there, folks. So stay with us. I appreciate you watching CWRL's Rumble at the Rock.